shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
New this morning, a man is dead after this scene you see here, shooting in Durham. What police tell us about that incident that happened overnight.
And extra security will be at a Cary High School today after a shooting that injured a 15-year-old. We'll show you cell phone video of the fight that led up to this shooting, plus who police have in custody right now.
And it's a good bit colder this morning than it was this time yesterday. 30s and 40s, as much as 20 degrees colder. I'll show you what it will feel like when you head out the door.
Also, traffic concerns as we head into the final weekend of the fair. The two concerts happening at Lenovo Center that could cause another traffic nightmare for people in that area. We'll alert you to that as you get set for your weekend here. We'll get your Friday started off right as well. I'm Jeff Hogan.
And I'm Michelle McConaughey in for Renee Chu. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to be at Lenovo Center later, so I'll let you know how it goes. Little big town.
Little big town.
Yeah.
Little big traffic jam.
Little big traffic jam. Yeah. All right. Meteorologist Elizabeth Garner standing by with a look over North Hills this morning. Starting off chilly.
It is, but the weather's going to be perfect for everything you have going on over the weekend. There is a very tiny chance of some showers late Saturday that we'll walk through, but a pretty start this morning with clear skies here in North Hills. 47 though is the temperature. Our dew point's down to 44. We take a look at the temperatures. 37 in Roxborough, 47 in Fayetteville. Most of us are low to mid 40s heading out the door, but that's a big difference from yesterday. Anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees cooler. Roxborough and South Hill at 22 to 21 degrees cooler. Southern Pines 18 degrees cooler. So again, feeling much colder for you today. Some blustery winds potentially this afternoon out of the north. We'll see winds gusting about 10 to 15. But otherwise, I mean, really pretty again today with lots of sunshine and mid 70s. I'll show you why it will be a lot warmer tomorrow coming up.
Also new this morning, just before 1 a.m., we learned a man is dead after he was shot in Durham. We first brought you this news during our late news at 10 last night. Police tell us the shooting happened just after 8:30 last night on East Weaver Street. This is video from the WRAL breaking news tracker. It shows the apartment complex blocked off by police there. That man was taken to the hospital where he later died. We are working to learn what led up to the shooting.
And there will be extra security at Cary High School after a shooting that injured a 15-year-old. It happened yesterday right outside of the school. Another teenager is in custody. WRAL's Brett Neese joins us live from Cary High School. And Brett, we know that both teenagers were not Wake County students.
Yeah, that's what we've learned in all of this, Michelle. And the high school here is right behind me where this shooting happened, right across the street. We have some dramatic video to show you of what this looked like when this all played out. Take a look at this. This is unbelievable. Cell phone video, and you can hear those gunshots there. I mean, it is difficult to listen to, difficult to watch, to know that teenagers are all at the center of all of this. And we do know that from police, a 17-year-old is the one that opened fired on a 15-year-old. Who was shot and was taken to the hospital. That 17-year-old now in custody. Police telling us that they did take 2 weapons from this scene. We're going to learn a lot more information out of all of this. There will be extra security here at the school, even though those 2 kids did not go to this high school. Though this all playing out and parents having to wait to pick up their children because the school was put on a code yellow right at the end of the school day. Take a listen to what one parent had to say.
I had a couple people asking me how is it like to be a parent now, 2024, and I honestly couldn't tell you. Like, it's just a hard feeling, very, very scary feeling.
You can definitely feel for those parents who had to wait at least over an hour before kids were finally released from school. Of course, there will be that extra security here today. We're going to continue to follow this story and keep you updated. Live in Cary, Brett Neese, WRAL News.
Presidential campaigns continue their blitz on North Carolina today as they make their closing arguments in this battleground state. First Lady Jill Biden will be in Asheville, Fayetteville, and Cary. Former President Barack Obama is stumping for Democrat Kamala Harris in the Charlotte area. Meanwhile, Republican Donald Trump's running mate J.D. Vance will be in Hoke and Union counties. North Carolina's 16 electoral votes are considered crucial to winning the White House. Trump and Harris are locked in a tight race in the state, with recent polls showing a slight edge for Trump.
And former President Obama is campaigning for Harris in North Carolina today, as Jeff mentioned. His rally will be in Charlotte at the Charlotte Convention Center.
Expect traffic delays this weekend if you are driving around West Raleigh. It is the final weekend of the fair. There are two major concerts also happening at the Lenovo Center. A similar set of events last weekend caused some drivers to sit in traffic for hours. The traffic blocked parts of Wade Avenue, I-40, and Western Boulevard. It happened as tens of thousands of people tried to enter the fair or attend the sold-out Sabrina Carpenter concert at the Lenovo Center. Tonight, Little Big Town will be performing there, and then tomorrow, Rainbow Kitten Surprise takes the stage. Today, we will learn more about the assistance the agriculture industry is receiving after Helene hit western North Carolina. U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack will be in Asheville today. He'll be meeting with local and state officials there, emergency management, food bank staff, and much more. Then he's holding a news conference to share the work the federal AG department is doing to help the producers in rural communities impacted in that area by Helene.
Onions are still on the menu in North Carolina fast food restaurants after they were removed from select restaurants because of the deadly E. coli outbreak. The latest restaurants to make the change, KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. Nearly 50 people have gotten sick and one person died after that outbreak at McDonald's. No sicknesses have been reported in our state. One food safety expert says there is no reason North Carolinians should worry.
We need to understand where our products come from. That's certainly helpful, and trace back is helpful in that regard. But doesn't mean we need to go out and, not buy onions at this point, in North Carolina. No.
The E. coli outbreak is tied to McDonald's Quarter Pounder and its slivered onions found across 10 states, including Colorado, Nebraska, and Wyoming. McDonald's says California-based Taylor Farms are the source of the potentially tainted onions.
A former travel softball coach from Fayetteville is now in prison after pleading guilty to sex crimes against a minor. Bobby McElveen is also known as Coach Mac, pleaded guilty to charges of sexual battery and indecent liberties with a minor. He was sentenced to 16 to 29 months in prison, followed by 3 years of probation. McElveen was arrested in August of last year.
Police are searching for a suspect wanted in several break-ins at downtown Durham businesses. This is surveillance video inside one of them all along West Main Street. Investigators believe the person in this video is responsible for all 3 break-ins last Friday. Windows and doors were broken and a laptop, cash, and liquor bottles were all taken. If you know anything, contact Durham Police or Crime Stoppers.
A celebration for the renovation at a Durham elementary school is happening this morning. Durham Public Schools leaders will host a groundbreaking ceremony for Glen Elementary School. Superintendent Anthony Lewis and other school leaders will speak there. It is happening at 9:30 this morning.
Well, you can watch the World Series on Fox 50. Coverage starts tonight at 7 o'clock.
Fox 50 and WRAL have you covered Sunday for NFL football. Big NFC South game. Falcons and Bucks kick off 1 o'clock Sunday on Fox 50. And for Sunday night football on WRAL, this is an old school matchup here. The Cowboys at the Niners. Kickoff for that is 8:20.
A former model has gone public with accusations that she was groped by former President Donald Trump.
The second he was in front of me, he pulled me into him, and his hands were just on me and didn't come off.
What she says happened during a meeting with Trump and convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein at Trump Tower.
And Denver Broncos wide receiver Josh Reynolds is recovering this morning after he was shot in the arm and in the head. What police say happened right before those shots were fired.
And as we head to break, we'll take you out to North Hills. It's going to be a beautiful day with sunny skies, highs in the mid-70s. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner will tell us when temperatures will cool back down.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
It is 4:42. It's colder than it was this time yesterday. So if you were comfortable yesterday, you may want to add a little layer this morning. 45 in Wilson, 47 in Durham, and 47 degrees in Fayetteville. Our skies are clear, and we are in for a gorgeous day. It's going to feel very much like it did yesterday. Highs will be in the mid-70s, but 39 right now in Lewisburg, looking at some mid to upper 30s up near the Virginia line. 44 in Southern Pines, 44 Irwin, 40 degrees in South Hill, 46 in Goldsboro. That's going to put us 15 to 20 degrees colder than it was this time yesterday, but absolutely gorgeous at the State Fair. 68 at lunchtime and 76 for the high this afternoon. Now, tomorrow is going to be warmer, but we'll also have a front that comes through in the afternoon. I'll show you Futurecast and how little rain we'll see.
And we're following some breaking news. A police investigation is underway in a Raleigh neighborhood. This is happening on Ash Avenue, not far from St. Mary's School. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live from the scene. And Kelsey, police have that street blocked off. What do we know about this?
Michelle, I just spoke with Raleigh police within the past 10 minutes, and they say that they're still working to get more information, but you can see that it's still an active scene right now. This is in a neighborhood on Ash Avenue. A spokesperson with Raleigh police says that they received a call about 8 shots being fired. Again, this is a neighborhood on Ash Avenue, so we're still working to get some more information, but we'll be sure to stay on top of this and let you know if anyone was hurt. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Beyonce will join Vice President Kamala Harris on the campaign trail in Texas. The singer will take part in Harris's rally in Houston tonight. She'll perform at the rally as well. What a bonus. Harris has received the support of other iconic performers as well, like Bruce Springsteen, Eminem, Charlie XCX, and Taylor Swift. And singer Willie Nelson is also expected to appear at the rally. Beyonce's 2016 hit Freedom has become Harris's anthem on the campaign trail.
And former President Donald Trump also will be in the Lone Star State today. He'll record with an interview with podcasting giant Joe Rogan. The Joe Rogan Experience has the largest podcast audience in the United States. Trump will tape the interview at Rogan's studio in Austin, Texas. A release date for the episode has not been announced. Rogan's show has reportedly been in talks about an interview with Harris, although no conversation has been set.
A former Sports Illustrated swimsuit model has gone public now with an allegation that Donald Trump groped her. Stacey Williams says Donald Trump groped her in 1993. She says convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, who Williams was briefly dating, brought her to Trump Tower. And Williams says Epstein was in the room watching and smiling as Trump groped her.
Then the hands started moving, and they were on the side of my breasts, on my hips, back down to my butt, back up, sort of then, they were just on me the whole time. And I froze.
After leaving Trump Tower, Williams said Epstein berated her for allowing Trump to touch her. She soon severed ties with Epstein and says she was unaware of his predatory behavior. She also says she received a postcard from Trump shortly after the incident, which read, "Stacey, you're home away from home. Love, Donald." The Trump campaign has denied Williams' allegations, calling it a fake story contrived by Kamala Harris's campaign.
2 federal agencies are looking into the state of competition in air travel. The public inquiry by the Justice Department and the Transportation Department comes after last month's merger of Alaskan Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines. Earlier this year, the DOJ blocked JetBlue from acquiring Spirit. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says that some areas are losing commercial service because of corporate consolidation. He said the goal of this industry is to identify and remove barriers to competition.
New this morning, Denver Broncos wide receiver Josh Reynolds and another man are hurt after they were followed from a strip club and then shot. Court documents show Reynolds and 2 friends left the club early last Friday, and when they left, 2 vehicles followed and someone shot at Reynolds' truck. The Broncos say Reynolds' head and arm were hit and the injuries are considered minor. One of his friends was also shot, and a third man was hurt, by flying glass. Police arrested 2 men on suspicion of attempted murder. Neither of those men have been charged.
And turning to weather, now we're going to take a live look over the state fairgrounds. All is quiet and dark now, but that's going to change later today. It is chilly this morning, but it's going to be beautiful. Elizabeth, this is the nicest stretch of weather we've seen with the state fair.
It really is. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. The temperatures have been comfortable. We're going to be rain-free for the most part through the fair. There is a tiny chance that we would see a sprinkle or 2 on Saturday afternoon, and we're going to walk you through that hour by hour. A live look at North Hills this morning shows clear skies, but chilly temperatures, 47 right now. That's going to to be 15 to 20 degrees colder than it was this time yesterday. So keep that in mind as you're deciding which jacket to grab as you head out the door. It is going to be nice and dry today. High pressure to our north, though, feeding in some cooler air. It's pushing that cool air in from the north. But then here comes a front. This one finally will actually bring us a sprinkle or two. You can see a little bit of rain with that as it's just to the west of the Mississippi, but it's going to be very little rain. Ahead of that front, a little breezy today. This afternoon, we could see some gusts 10 to 15 miles per hour, but it's going to feel great at the fair. For today, 76 in Raleigh, 75 in Durham, and 80 degrees in Fayetteville. Very similar to what we saw yesterday. Here's another live look at the State Fair, because I don't know, I can't get enough of seeing the State Fair. It's so much fun, too. Once the gates open and you see all the people there, it has definitely been a busy run of the fair so far. Today, 76. Tomorrow will be warmer at 81, and then Sunday, 65. So a big difference there. So you can kind of decide, would you like it warmer? So maybe you go on Saturday, or you like it cooler, you go on Sunday. So interesting coming up. We'll watch that front Saturday, bringing a little bit of cloud cover in. At 4 o'clock, you can see these tiny showers. Almost nobody sees the rain out of this. It's a slightly better chance for our southern counties that you could see maybe a 5-minute sprinkle, but the amount of rain that we'll see out of this is going to be 1/100 of an inch or less. So we're cool today. Now, once the cooler air moves out, we'll start to see some warming temperatures. That's where we get into the 80s tomorrow. And then we see a big push of cool air coming in. That's going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But look at how warm it is back to our west. That arrives just in time for Halloween. Our normal high is 70, so we're going to go from 81 to 65, but then we'll start to see our temperatures climbing again. Of course, any outdoor plans over the weekend, definitely good to go. There may be that sprinkle late Saturday, but that's not going to ruin anyone's plans. Saturday warm, Sunday much cooler. Football Friday temperatures will mainly be in the 60s with clear skies. And of course, music for the mountains on Sunday. It'll be cool with temperatures mostly in the 50s, but it will be clear and absolutely beautiful. Of course, Halloween there Thursday. Look at that. It's going to be 80 degrees. I'll show you what the temperatures will feel like at trick-or-treat time coming up.
Thanks, Elizabeth. A very close call for a woman in Ohio. She got trapped inside her home during a fire. We will show you the moments firefighters were able to pull her to safety.
Plus, zombies will descend on the streets of one North Carolina town tonight. Everything you need to know about this spooky zombie walk event. Firefighters rescued a woman trapped in her Ohio home that was engulfed in flames. The whole thing was caught on camera. Check this out. The woman was trapped in the basement. Rescuers had to break the basement window and told her to climb out. You see them pulling her out. She was too short to reach, so a firefighter made the brave decision to climb in there to help her get out. She was taken to the hospital and has since been released. Crews were able to save one of her dogs, but sadly 4 other pets died in that fire. She is so lucky to be alive. Well, an action-packed franchise marks a milestone and a first look at comedies on the big and small screen. Ashley DeVorkin has a look at these stories in today's Hollywood Nation.
I will sing when I am ready to sing.
Jolie's musical role, a couple of comedic first looks, and John Wick returns in the Hollywood Nation.
People keep asking if I'm back.
10 years ago on October 24th, audiences first met John Wick. As the Keanu Reeves-led action-packed movie marks a decade, Lionsgate is celebrating with special events, merch, and more, including the original film back in theaters November 3rd and 6th, and a special discount code at the John Wick Experience in Las Vegas. It all culminates with the release of the spin-off Ballerina from the world of John Wick next year.
Do your own thing. And what's that? Living paycheck to paycheck?
Keke Palmer and SZA star in today's first looks. A trailer was released for their comedy, One of Them Days. The two play best friends and roommates who discover one of their boyfriends has blown their rent money, leading the duo to go to extremes to avoid eviction. The film is in theaters January 24th, 2025.
You cannot marry a murderer.
Peacock has a look at season 2 of Based on a True Story, starring Kaylee Cuoco and Chris Messina. The series picks up with their characters, Ava and Nathan, focused on parenthood, but pulled back into their true crime obsession after a series of new murders. It returns November 21st. The official trailer for Maria was also released with Angelina Jolie as opera singer Maria Callas. The movie follows the American Greek soprano retreating to Paris in her final days after life in the public eye. It's in select theaters November 27th and on Netflix December 11th.
That's a lot of good stuff. That was Ashley Dvorkin reporting.
Babies in an intensive care unit in Nevada are celebrating their first Halloween. Doctors and nurses there hosted a costume party for those babies and their parents earlier this week. Look at those little ones. This is an annual event at the hospital.
Penguin. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. We'll get ready to see plenty of zombies in downtown Fayetteville tonight. The city is hosting its annual zombie walk from 6 to 10 p.m. Everyone of all ages is invited to put on their best undead look and head downtown. There will be a costume contest at 7:30 at the Market House, followed by the zombie walk at 8. There will also be food trucks, pro wrestling matches, and live music.
People driving around Raleigh this Friday and Saturday night, you need to prepare for some traffic delays potentially. The concerts that are happening at Lenovo Center as we enter the final weekend of the state fair as well.
And increased security today at Cary High School after a fight led to a shooting near the campus. Who police have in custody.